What's poppin', y'all? A lot of these streaming fans are seeming to think that Lil Baby tried to run an Atlanta classic, a scam, on none other than PlaqueBoyMax when he pulled up to do an In the Booth with him. An In the Booth series is where PlaqueBoyMax brings on rappers. It started off with underground rappers to make a song live on stream. He engineers it or he has them record in the booth. The song comes out. They drop the song. In the beginning, it didn't really drop that quickly, but then they started dropping it quicker and quicker, and then it just blew up from there. Like, you had people like Central C on there, etc. And in this episode, it was Lil Baby, and it did not go too great. Off the rip, Lil Baby started asking for some bread, and not for an appearance or anything, but he wanted to break down the brick of streaming. So I'm gonna play you guys that clip first.
You rapping and shit.
No, you understand it. You
Okay, I'm listening.
Money down.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know how that old crazy.
Okay.
Crazy, man.
So you gotta put the money down. Wait, explain to me. I'm trying to understand what you're saying.
You understand everything else I've been talking about the whole day.
Okay, so you saying you gotta break bread with the stream for you to rap?
Nah, you gonna bust the screen down.
Wait,
today. We splitting.
Okay, so we split the stream
revenue
the
for the day.
revenue
for the day. That's
for
what
you
we
to
doing.
rap.
Yeah.
Not
for me to rap. We doing that anyway. I'm already on it.
Oh, type.
So,
you
so
just saying
like,
split the shit out.
that, then I'd be like, okay, I'm finna go in my walk shit.
And wow,
And whoever
okay.
said I had a ghostwriter, I really do this in like 10 minutes too. It ain't gonna take long at all.
Okay. Let's do it then.
But go to the fun and see it working.
Now look though, I gotta see how much the stream made after, and then we gonna talk. We gonna talk.
Yeah.
Right.
We gonna talk. We gonna talk.
They said, what is this talking about?
So
here, number one, I don't like the fact that Max went along just to go along here. I think I do think it's not conflict avoidant. He's thinking about content. And he's like, yo, if I not press up, but if I create an environment by bucking up or whatever you want to call it, like disagreeing strongly, making it known that I have this strong boundary, then it's like, not like he did with the smoking, but then it would ruin the vibe of the stream, and that's going to mess up my stream. The person might leave, and it's going to mess up the content that the people that I want to watch me are going to get. So I think he's just playing diplomatic here. But with Lil Baby, I think this is poorly done. Not only because now some people will make the argument of like, yo, he's coming on here for exposure. He doesn't ask the Breakfast Club to give him a portion of the revenue that they're going to get or any other platform. No. This is very different. So I have to actually reference this Vince Staples clip that's been going around on Twitter. It's important context for here.
Like, look, I'm gonna do it. I ain't doing nothing Michael Jackson ain't do. They ain't ask me no question. Taylor Swift ain't do. I ain't freestyling. I ain't do none of that bullshit. That shit so coonery to me. Like, hey, my so you clearly up here for a reason, but I still need a 16. Like, if you don't get the out of here with that bullshit.
You out here promoting the album, man. But I want a 16.
Hey, you got an album, right? We got 12 songs that you trying to eat off of, but I need a freestyle. The out of here. You rap, cuz.
I guess you ain't rapping this morning, huh?
Man, if your name ain't Sway, I'm not rapping for you. Got me up, cuz.
You told Sway you not rapping for him?
I said if you ain't Sway, that's the only rap for it. I'm gonna be mad as hell when I'm doing it, but I'm a rap for Sway for 2 hours. Bro.
You got an angry 16 for Sway?
I'm mad 16. All these other get man, I forgot where it was. I ain't even gonna front. We was in London or something, and it was just I forgot his name. Even though I remember his name, I ain't gonna say it. But it's
I forgot his name. I remember his name.
Was it Tim Westwood?
Nah, it wasn't Tim Westwood. I know
Okay.
Tim Westwood. See, that's why I was really mad, low key, because can make Tim Westwood only want a 16, and he gonna ask you want to do it again? Was that good enough? Blah blah type. You know what I mean? This, well, I don't know what cut
Charlie
it was.
Sloth?
I think the chubby cut on like 8 beats. I'm like, why am I rapping still? Cuz like I'm looking at this Corey like we songs up now. I don't got nothing else. I ain't finna sit here freestyle. This nigga got me rapping, cuz I'm not finna be sitting there rapping for no white man for no hour, man. That's the auction block. But yeah, I'm not. Shout out Sway though in the morning.
This also, quote unquote, aged funny because there's clips of him doing freestyles on LA Leakers and other things as well. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that he's saying like, yo, I'm only freestyling for Sway because like, Sway is that guy. And that's the way that I look at it with how these streamers look at Kai Cenat. Or not Kai Cenat, PlaqueBoyMax. So PlaqueBoyMax is not a hip hop. Okay. He somewhat is a hip hop media platform, but Kai Cenat is not a potential target audience for the music that Lil Baby makes. for instance, Suicide Boys, let's just say, for instance, have no business being on Academics page. They have no business being on Say Cheese. They have no business being on a PlaqueBoyMax stream even. Like, those audiences just do not go together, even though they're all rappers. And that's the difference between a Lil Baby. A Lil Baby being on The Breakfast Club makes sense. His target audience listens to The Breakfast Club. The same thing with major hip-hop platforms. Same thing with the big boys. Same thing with all of these other outlets. So to say that him going on PlaqueBoyMax is for exposure, yeah, with the younger audience, it's awareness, but it's not the same. And him showing up and not asking for money from these other platforms, they are more established and respected and have been here for really decades. So when PlaqueBoyMax is here for a decade, then maybe he can, not have to be asked for that. Although Lil Baby's the only one that's asking him, which is what makes it a little bit worse, because Lil Baby, he's trying to get the bread off the stream. And like I said, Adam22 done messed this up when he was talking about he's getting a million a month. Yeah, I talked about that on a separate video with Aiden Ross. But Lil Baby here asking publicly, that's the problem too. I don't have a problem with him needing the money, not needing, him wanting to get paid, because I think the way Lil Baby's looking at it is like, yo, I'm doing an appearance just like anything else. Why wouldn't I get paid for it? And I think this is part of his promo run for some upcoming mixtape called like The Leaks. I don't know if it's with Young Thug or who else is on it. We don't know who else might be the features on it. But the problem here as well is if you genuinely wanted to get paid, that's something you ask beforehand. You don't talk about the money on the stream. That's just in poor taste. But it gets a little bit worse because Lil Baby, and this is Lil Baby, keep in mind, in the booth, you're supposed to rap. Lil Baby's not trying to rap. And people are looking at him like, dog, are you scamming? Like, this isn't in the booth. How are you not in the booth? And this is where this disconnect comes between certain rappers and streamers. And this is where you also look at the difference between how somebody like Essential C handled himself with absolute tact, grace, and respect on that platform and won over a lot of people. And then you look at how Lil Baby handled himself. Not only did he roll up there with 25 to 35 people, but he's talking about, yo, let me get paid off of this. How are we going to break this up? He didn't want to rap. I'm going to play you guys him leaving mid-song. He raps a little bit. I'm going to play you guys that clip.
Wait, what happened?
He dead.
Wait, he just dead?
He was saying body.
Wait, he was? He said, I'm going to go shower?
He said, I'm going to go slide.
And the winner is...
So the guy just leaves without formally, and this is, I hate bad manners. And they talk about the South, they're respectful in the South, Southern hospitality. Now, anytime I have been to the South, they have been pleasant and nice. But this guy didn't even let the person who he showed up to his place know that he was leaving. Like, PlaqueBoyMax was surprised the guy left. And then he ended up scratching together some piece of a song. But then when it comes to payment, the way that it works is if you guys make a song, you split the payment. So you would be getting paid in proportion to how good your song is. Like if your song bangs, well, you've got a decent paycheck for that day. It's really nothing in the grand scheme of things because of how much Lil Baby can just generate as a brand and for appearances and all of these other things that come with his catalog. Because the guy's got a catalog. That's the one thing we cannot take away. They said Freestyle was one of the most streamed songs in Apple Music history. No, we're not. This isn't a Lil Baby glazing session. That will never happen for me. But then there was this basketball situation where he tries to finesse. So I'm going to play you guys that clip.
This scammer, mind you. He wasn't even shooting his own
Double the 10 makes 20. You would have won, you would have won 30. You lost 10.
Hold on, game. What the f*** you talking about? What? So we was at 10.
We at 10.
We doubled the 10 to go to 20. If I won, it went to 20. If I lose, it go to 0.
Nah,
so right now we even.
Nah, y'all both hit, so they double up.
Nah, hell no. Hey, Chad, this running some Forex scheme on the
Can't reverse the chat.
This running a Forex scheme on the nigga. I'm gonna tell y'all.
Can you rewind the chat?
I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
Can you rewind the chat?
No, you can't rewind the chat.
We need
this not YouTube game. This not YouTube game. Hey,
we need a rep call.
Chat,
we need a rep call, chat.
Chat, you trying to scam a nigga?
And we a dime, man.
You trying to scam a nigga or what?
Rewind the camera.
They saying ATL tactics.
Man, rewind the camera.
They saying ATL judge.
So here he's talking about double or nothing, and then he loses. And then he's asking for 10 bands, and he's just doing this weird thing where he's like trying to contort. This guy's clearly got a gambling problem. If you guys, I don't remember if he had beef with Offset because of a gambling situation, but this gambling thing is running rampant, dog. And it must be genetic because, I'm not saying it must be genetic. I do think there is a genetic element to it because Lil Baby's son was on an Aiden Ross stream, and that dude's addicted to gambling on sports picks, and I don't even think he's 10 years old. I'm going to play you guys that clip right now.
10 push-ups, let's get it in.
Bro, only if Anthony Edwards played right, he would have never had me in this situation.
Wait, you gambled?
Yes.
That's only if. You said only if. He didn't come. What you gonna do?
I want to bet for Halliburton.
All right, when he's bet over with.
I'll be real. Hey, OKC's gonna win.
But I got 180. I got 180 more.
Why are you sports betting?
Because I'm sports betting.
Yo, you sports bet?
You better not be.
Yo, bro.
You better not be.
I'm already in a bad situation. I got 180.
Yo, imagine this is the thrill of watching a sport while gambling. I imagine it's a high. Now imagine you're getting that level of thrill. Your brain hasn't even begun to develop. Neurons barely started firing on that thing. You're not even 10 years old. You will never experience highs like that. He's cooked. The kid's screwed. And then the funny part is, I think it was a Neon stream. I don't know if it was a Neon. Anyway, they're surprised. Like, who do you think is watching you? Yeah, the kid's sports betting. What the hell? That's a lot of this generation. It's unfortunate to say. So I think Lil Baby left a bad taste in people's mouth, which is unfortunate. I do think PlaqueBoyMax's stream is a situation in which you have to placate his audience, and because like the audience is very defensive of the rapper, or not the rapper. Well, in this case, he is a rapper, PlaqueBoyMax, their streamer, because they don't want their mans to get disrespected. It's like your entourage. They are his entourage. They'll joke with him, but you better not try to play him. And Lil Baby, at the end of the day, I don't think that this stuff is really good for rappers if they're not there to make a song. And it has to be a type of rapper. Like when you look at PlaqueBoyMax fans, a lot of them talk about the best in the booths, the songs that came out of there, with rappers that aren't even mainstream, like these underground rappers. But a lot of these people that are watching the stream are like teeny boppers. I sometimes use that word, not derogatorily, but like in not such a favorable way. So I won't say teeny boppers this time. They're teenagers or early 20s. They're really young. They're PlaqueBoyMax's age or younger. So they're in favor of these newer generation. They're not really messing with Lil Baby like that. I mean, the average rap fan that's really, really into rap, their narrative around Lil Baby hasn't been too hot the past couple of years. Now, the average rap listener, not like the one that's actually paying attention to everything that's going on, yeah, they love Lil Baby. Whatever song turns on, they're like, oh yeah, that's Lil Baby. Like he's popping. Meanwhile, we're kind of ahead of where everything else goes. Like right now, those people probably didn't even know Roddy Ricch was falling off when we were talking about it a couple of years ago. We're nuts like that. We're following the stuff like some diehard sports fans that hear rumors that someone's gonna get traded or something like that. But I think this appearance was a mix of entertaining because Lil Baby did try to be entertaining. I think it showed him in a different light. And I do think Lil Baby is a little bit self-conscious, sometimes nervous because of a lot of memes that have come out about him in the past. But I don't think that's an excuse to not excuse yourself out of the premises and letting somebody know that you're leaving. Like, hey, I appreciate you. Is that so hard? I don't get the whole night not being polite is just foreign to me because it's so easy to do. I don't want to drag this on for too long. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Do you think Lil Baby was trying to scam? Do you think Lil Baby doesn't deserve any paper? I think PlaqueBoyMax is so big where they're kind of peers in terms of I'm giving you a lot of people that are going to watch this, including the clips and a lot of conversation that can be drummed up from here and positive press. I'm not a legacy act like a lot of these media, and most of my fans may not mess with you, your music at least, but they might mess with you as a person if you come on here and it's a big platform and you're big. So there's mutual gain there. So I don't know. It's an interesting conversation. I think we need to talk about it more. Is a rapper wrong for wanting to get paid to show up on a PlaqueBoyMax stream? it's iffy for me. Now, if, let's say, not an Aiden Ross, like, let's say a Lacey, right? Like, if a rapper's going to show up on a Lacey stream, I'm like, yo, run me my cash. The hell is he doing on the Lacey stream? You know, that's an appearance. There's no gel there. But let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed, and I'm going to see y'all on the next one.